Hello, my phenomenal viewers, and welcome on today's episode. So, on today's episode, we will be answering this GCE 2023 question 9 Roman 1. The question reads, given that x divided by 2x minus 1 plus x divided by 2x minus 1 all that squared plus x divided by 2x minus 1 all that cubed plus up to infinity is equal to 3 all over 4. Find the value of x. So as you can see, this question is definitely under sequences and series. But before we dive into answering this question, I would like to give the difference between a sequence and a series. So when we talk of a sequence simply refers to a list or set of numbers that follow a well-defined pattern. And we have different types of sequences, but the most common types of sequences that we know are an AP, which is an arithmetic progression, and a GP, which is a geometric progression. Now, when we sum the different terms that constitute or make up a sequence, we are going to have what is called a series. So, for instance, this question on the board is a series question because, as you can see, the different terms are being summed up. So, it shows that this is a series since we have the summation of terms. Now, when we have a question under sequences and series, the first thing that you need to do is for you to determine whether the sequence given to you or the series given to you, is it an AP or a GP? Looking at the first three terms of this series, we can see that this series is a GP. Why do I say so? Because the common ratio between these terms is a constant. That is, when I take the second term and I divide it by the first term, I'm going to have the same value when I take the third term and I divide it by the second term. Now, it is only a GP that usually has a sum to infinity, and not all GPs have sum to infinity. For a GP to have a sum to infinity, its common ratio must lie between -1 and 1, or the magnitude of the common ratio must be lesser than 1. So this R mark must be lesser than 1, or -1 is lesser than R and R is lesser than 1. So when this condition holds true for any GP, then that GP has what is called the sum to infinity. So this sum to infinity is calculated using the formula A divided by 1 minus R. So from sum to infinity. Because you see that we have summed the terms up to infinity. So the sum to infinity is equal to the first term divided by 1 minus the common ratio. So do we know what the first term of this series is? The first term of the series is x divided by 2x minus 1. Do we know what the common ratio is? Like I said, for you to obtain the common ratio, you simply take the second term and you divide it by the first term, or you take the third term and you divide it by the second term. That is, you are dividing any two consecutive or successive terms to obtain the common ratio. So if I decide to take the second term and I divide it by the first term, this will give me x divided by 2x minus 1, all this divided by x divided by, so this is squared divided by 2x minus 1. So this gives me x squared divided by 2x minus 1. All these times, when I change the division sign into a multiplication sign, I need to invert the second fraction. So x minus 1 divided by x. So you will see that this x cancels with 1x here. This 2x minus 1 cancels with one of these 2x minus 1 that we have in the denominator. So at the end, we are going to have our r to be x divided by 2x minus 1. So our r in this case is the same as a. So r is equals to x divided by 2x minus 1. So r is the same as a in this case. Now, Do we know the sum to infinity? The sum to infinity has been given to us, which is sum to infinity is equal to 3 divided by 4. So this implies this 3 divided by 4 is equivalent to a, which is x divided by 2x minus 1, all this divided by 1 minus r. 1 minus r, which is x divided by 2x minus 1. So this is 3 all over 4 would be equal to x divided by 2x minus 1, all this divided by, when I simplify this, you just need to look for the LCM this way, which is 2x minus 1, and when you simplify, you are going to end up with x minus 1 divided by 2x minus 1. Now when I change this division sign into a multiplication sign, this shows that 4 all over 3 will be equal to x divided by 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1 divided by x minus 1. So you'll see that 2x minus 1 will cancel with 2x minus 1, and this implies 3 all over 4 is equal to x divided by x minus 1. When I do cross multiplication at this level, I'm going to have 4x to be equal to 3 into x minus 1, and this implies 4x is equal to 3x minus 3. When I open the bracket this way, 3 multiplies with x gives me 3x, 3 multiplies with negative 1 gives me negative 3. When 3x crosses and comes this way, it becomes negative 3x. So I'm going to have 4x minus 3x, and that gives me x. So therefore, x is equal to negative 3. So the value of x is negative 3. Okay, if you liked this video, please help me and share so that it can get to many students as possible. And if this is your first time to come across any of my videos, please do not hesitate to either subscribe or follow me, so that whenever I upload videos like this one, you would be notified. And thank you for watching. Stay blessed.